I need my coffee. I need my coffee. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Parental Leave Support with me, Francis Peck. So this is a sub-series in which I talk about my parental leave, this time from Colombia without the kids. Now in fairness, this trip was booked prior, let's say. It's for Mai's Botanic Garden. I'm presenting my work on biodiversity forensics. Actually, I'm trying to put biodiversity forensics on the agenda, and I host this session on this topic together with Pierre Bonnet, with whom I work together on the garden project, Safeguarding Biodiversity for policymakers and for us, so also for my kids, for everyone. We need to save our planet. I mean, just for us. Nature doesn't care about us, but if we want to, keep enjoying a hot chocolate with some mango, just a wonderful breakfast here at Finca Villa Illusion, very near to Pereira. I have the infinity pool there in the background, so it's an amazing place, and I just paid a little more than 50 euros for 2 nights, so that's just amazing. And that's what this episode is going to be about. When you're taking up the parental leave, the government in Belgium just supports you a little bit. I'm basically losing 1,000 euros a month during these 8 months that I have the parental leave. So one hope, of course, is to be able to sell more coffee. For example, lovely coffees from here in Colombia. Actually, I'm just looking at the coffee plants and their berries on the hills around me, so it's just amazing being here. So that of course is the major aim, that, well, next to doing the parental tasks, of course, but so it's a little bit leading by example, remote parenting in this case, and so discussing the cost. Actually, in Colombia, the cost of living is so much less than it is in Europe. For a public transport bus ride, you have to pay €1 basically. In Belgium, that's already €2 and a half. Just the cost of eating. I mean, for €10 you really have a complete menu. The hotels, and here it's 25 a night. In Almeria it was €14 also for a nice room. Yes, I would say come to Colombia during your parental leave, but take your family with you. I mean, that was also the plan. I mean, this is still we're at school, so but I actually hoped we had kind of a vacation period just after my work was going to be finished at the Living Data conference, but my wife was a bit worried about coming with the whole family here and touring. But from my experiences, Colombians are such nice people. I feel safe 95% of the time. I mean, I'm doing a lot of walking, so sometimes you walk through neighborhoods that makes you feel just a little less secure, but that's just what you get everywhere. Also in Belgium, Brussels, grenades, exploding here and there, or in Antwerp. Even Bruges occasionally has some bursts of violence. Luckily in Bruges it is really quite safe. Yes, trying to find ways of saving costs. So moving to another country during this period is not really an option. But you have to see what is possible. I saw this advertisement for a cheaper internet subscription with the same company that I already had my subscription, but paying €10 more, and they, if you were a new subscription, it was like, you get 10 euros discount for life. You know, I have like a 5 euros discount for life with the same company, Hey, for my mobile subscription. It's like, you know, what am I supposed to do? Go to another operator and then come back to you? So they were kind enough to offer me the discount for life on my internet subscription too. So I guess this extends beyond the parental leave. So at some point it will help me saving this 1,000 euros a month. So any tips you have on saving money when you need to, let me know in the comments. I do hope that policymakers, politicians start to understand again the value of families and the kids we're raising, because they're the ones that are going to work when we are retired. And somehow it's so easy to, you know, cut those costs now. It's like, you know, save some money now, but they're jeopardizing our future basically. There's better places to look for money, you know, at this state scale. So this is my 2 cents on you know, how to look for saving costs, either by temporarily moving to a country where the cost of living is a lot less, or finding subscriptions and things like this where you can still save. I mean, do you need the Netflix, Disney, um, and etc. HBO subscriptions all at the same time? Probably not, you know. So there's always ways of cutting a little bit of your costs. So, you know, when you need to step a little bit back, when you need to go through a period where you're earning a little bit less, you carefully need to consider your finances. In my case, you can also just help me by buying coffee at 212coffees.be. But if you have any other tips, I'm also happy to hear them. So thanks for following this episode of Parental Leave Support, and hope to see you on the next one.